So this is the Kona Process 153. This is a bike rental that I'm kind of checking the bike out so that I can see if I like it enough to buy it. I'm actually looking at the DL version, but this is going to be as close as I can get to that for right now. So just show you some of the components on the bike. There's a shifter here. Two selections there on the shifter. It's the back end of the bike. Here's the clutch. Here's the lock for the clutch. Sorry, there's the lock for the clutch here, the little lock button. I think that's the clutch there. I don't know exactly how that works, but there's that stuff. The drivetrain on this one is a little different than the DL version. The DL is a 1x11, I think, 1x10, 1x11, and this is the 2x11 or whatever it is. There's this guy here. So that's pretty much it. Here's the little lev. That stuff. I thought this was pretty cool. So there you have it. It's the Process 153, the 2015 Kona bike. Alright, let's go ride it. I also wanted to show that this shock has, I think it's like 8 selections on it, from full lockout to wide open. There's that. And it's like this side is just the air valve. These forks are a little bit different than the ones on the DL. The DL has a RCT3. I think this is just an RC pike. I think that's the names of them, but yeah. So I think the RCT3 has a 3 selection selector here, but I'm not positive about that. So okay. So I just cleaned the road on the way up to the luge. Never actually done that before. The bike is doing excellent. There's no pedal bob. I put it in the lockout position on both the front and rear, and it just climbs, man. It's great. I didn't even have it in granny gear. I was just like, my lungs are burning because I'm not used to climbing like that. My other bike, like, I just have to walk most stuff. So my lungs are burning a little bit, but I mean, the bike just ate it up. I was like in the 3rd gear up from granny, so it was actually great. So far so good. We're gonna go climb some of this stuff, head up to the top of the luge, and then go down it, I think. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, later. And also wanted to say that actually the seat isn't all the way up. So it's actually pretty nice. I mean, I'm doing pretty good, and the seat's not even like extended as far as it could go. And also, I have flats and clipless on this pedal. There's one on each side, and I don't even really feel like I need to clip in, which is kind of incredible. So the bike is really just amazing, and I can't imagine what the DL version's like. I know it's a couple pounds lighter, you know. You are losing that granny gear, but I'm not sure what the difference in gearing is. But yeah, I mean, this is sick. This is really something else. I am coming from like a 2007 Specialized bike, so my
the bike that I'm comparing this to is pretty old, but this thing is just absolutely killing it. So that's just something to keep in mind. Hey, how's it going? So I'm going to try climbing in wide open this time. See what it feels like compared to lockout. It feels pretty nice, but I'll let you guys know. I just went to the top of the hill, right up there, over there somewhere, and I didn't want to go all the way around down the back end because I'd have to ride the street back up to my truck, which is way down that way. So I just turned back. But I take a little break before I go down the hill. But the bike is absolutely incredible. Only thing I noticed that I don't like about this bike that my other bike kind of felt different in was that the back end feels like you do have a little extra weight. Like when I go to jump something, I can definitely feel, that there's like a couple, maybe an extra pound or something like that in the back end. The back end feels a little heavy when I go to jump something. The front kind of does that too a little bit, feels a little bit harder to pick up. But I mean, I guess you would expect that with these 2.3 inch tires. I have 2.1s on my bike at home, and also with the 650B wheels, 27.5 inch wheels. I'm guessing the wheels are going to be heavier because they're larger. But other than that, it's an absolutely amazing bike. I found myself not really using granny gear very often, except for those really extremely steep hills that I can barely climb. My other bike, I'd be pushing up them, pushing my bike up the hills. This one, it was just like I was strolling up them, It just like kind of was a slow climb, but it just kept moving, And felt absolutely fantastic. I can't imagine the DL version being a couple pounds lighter. Maybe switching the tires to something a little lighter, going tubeless, because these are tubeless wheels that they're compatible with tubeless. And man, I take a couple pounds off this bike and it's just even better. Absolutely loved it. Climbing up the hills, the really steep hills in granny gear with the bike completely locked out was really handy. It felt like I had a hardtail bike, But I found that the most comfortable riding was when I opened up the front shock halfway and kept the back one locked. And that was, for climbing, that was kept pretty nice. But it's a little bit hard on your butt when you're climbing with it completely locked out. So I found that, opening the shock up here and there for a little while just gave it more of a Cadillac feel. You did have to push a little harder on the pedals to get it going, but just a fantastic bike. So yeah, there you go. That's what I think of the bike. I only have really one 7-year-old bike that I'm comparing it to, so just remember that. And yeah, see you guys later on the trail. How's it going? This is ridiculous. My legs are just so tired though. That was good fun.